Shalom. I wanted to address you on this very significant day. Israel turned 75 years old on this Yom Haatzmaut, Israel Independence Day. 75 years ago today, in the year 1948, in what is now known as Independence Hall in Tel Aviv, Ben-Gurion, Israel's first prime minister, surrounded by paintings that bespoke the trauma of the past exile of our people, read the Declaration of Independence. The words reflected the yearnings of our people for our homeland, the shadow of the recent Holocaust, the uncertainty of believing that even in that hour of rebirth that 7 neighboring armies were preparing to wipe the newborn state from the earth, and the challenges that lay ahead. But Israel survived and survives to this day. There have been incredible accomplishments: the rebirth of the Hebrew language, the renewal of the Jewish artistic mind in an environment of freedom, from making the desert bloom to the hotbed of technological innovation. It is a nation that has taken in the Jewish exile from all over the world, has maintained a vibrant and socially liberal state bound by the rule of law and democratic ideals, a state that survives in the face of tremendous adversity and against all odds, and should never be taken for granted. We in the diaspora who have lived in Israel, who have family and friends in Israel, who have worked in Israel, and who have dreamed and hoped and strived along with our Israeli brothers and sisters, can feel a sense of kinship, wonder, gratitude, and celebration with the people of the State of Israel on this significant day. There is so much to celebrate. This day is also not a simple one. There is tremendous complexity that has been a constant for the State of Israel from its inception to today. The balance between security and the rights of every individual to live in peace, the balance between Israeli aspirations and the aspirations of all who dwell within its borders, has been one that has always been particularly challenging. This day comes amidst protest and division within the state itself that we cannot ignore. Israel, like so many nations, finds itself at a crossroads, and there is no guarantee where the roads might lead. But I know this: Israel, like any nation, must hold itself to the highest moral and ethical standards, and when it falls short, we must support Israelis in their desire to demand of their government that they be accountable and protective of the rights of all its citizens. As I shared with you in my sermon on Yom Kippur, Israel is imperfect, but so is every nation on this earth. We must not retreat from imperfection by idealizing Israel beyond recognition, or by turning our backs and walking away. We must walk a middle path, a path of engagement, a path that demands that we support the causes and ideals that we hold dear in our hearts. Particularly dear to my heart as a Reform rabbi has been support for ARTSA, the Association of Reform Zionists of America, the Israel Movement for Progressive Judaism, and the Israel Religious Action Center. These are organizations that work daily in Israel with Israelis and people of all faiths to build up an Israel of which we can remain proud, a nation of tolerance, supporting equality for all regardless of gender, sexual orientation, and religious affiliation. They epitomize the values we hold dear as Reformed Jews and set forth in Israel's Declaration of Independence. They keep those values alive in a land and amidst a people that are central in our thoughts and prayers. I invite you on this 75th anniversary to find a connection that is meaningful for you. Let us not break the bonds that hold us together, but strengthen them. So on this Yom Haatzmaut, let us celebrate the accomplishments of our Israeli brothers and sisters. Let us share our hopes for the future. Let us renew our commitments to the values we hold dear in that land. And let us say, Amen.